Some things that genes don't do. First of all, Darwin was wrong. No, I'm not pulling your leg. Darwin was correct about natural selection. He was incorrect about genes. Darwin thought that there was a sort of miasma of uh, vapors, liquids that contributed to traits, and that when animals reproduced sexually, they mixed together. Genes do not mix. This is called the principle of segregation, the rule of segregation, or the law of segregation. It was something that was distinguished by Mendel when he was experimenting with the peas or whatever it was. And basically, the way that this can be demonstrated, a good example is take a look at a red and white rose. If you cross-pollinate a red and white rose, then you will get a flowering plant that flowers pink. You may get some red or white as well, but you'll get a pink one likely. Now, if the genes are blending and you continue to cross-pollinate that pink one with another white flower, let's say, then eventually it should get pretty much all the way white. It would get less and less pink or less and less red. However, if you take that pink flower that came from the cross-pollinated red and white and cross-pollinate it with a white, then the flowers you get will be pink and red and white. The genes do not blend together, they just express differently based on dominance or recessiveness. The genes don't want anything. The genes don't want or try, and they don't compete actively. This is an explanation that I often use in discussing memes, and memes are real. That's not a necessary debate. Memes are a convenience of mathematical calculation, a way of representing culture computationally. They do exist because I can write about them. They don't necessarily exist corporeally. Nobody really says that they do. So what you think about is think about a box of cornflakes. Now, when the box leaves the factory, it will be topped off. Let's assume it's topped off. It says settling occurs during shipping. We'll believe them. So it's topped off, but by the time it gets to your house, some settling has occurred during shipping. And when you eat the box of cornflakes, when you get down to the bottom, you've got pretty much just that dust, a small crushed up cereal. So what's happened there, along with some of the cornflakes at the bottom being crushed, is that the settling during shipping has shaken the box, and the cornflakes have moved inside, and the smaller cornflakes have gone through the gaps. The simple principle that something that's smaller is more likely to fall through more holes because there's going to be more holes that it fits through. So the action of selection in this case is the space of the holes, the size of the flakes, and the motion of the box. This causes a competition between flakes to get to the bottom of the box based on environmental interaction, but the flakes don't give a shit. I think that's the best way I can explain that. Okay, just wanted to say that real quick.